We have breaking news here for you here on Steelers Talk. My name is Jack Sperry, and Omar Khan has officially filled that final spot on the 90-man roster for your Pittsburgh Steelers, and it is offensive tackle Jarrid Williams. Going to be breaking down Williams' game here in just a second, let you know who he is, what role he might be making here in the city of Pittsburgh. But first, this is why you subscribe to the channel, guys. Breaking news action whenever Omar Khan makes a move. We are going to have you covered with a breaking news video. So if you never want to miss anything on the black and gold all year round, we got you covered with that stuff. So go ahead, click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications and select them to all so you never miss any breaking news action from your Pittsburgh Steelers. So now let's talk about Jarrid Williams, the 90th person added to the Steelers' 90-man roster here. So last season, he was an undrafted free agent by the Philadelphia Eagles. Played in the preseason. Pro Football Focus had a 49.0 grade on him, which is actually really, really low. And that was in the preseason against the backups. So not a great overall preseason for him last year, but he did kind of stay on the practice squad, in and out, got cut multiple times, joined the Detroit Lions as well during the 2022 season. And he's somebody that's pretty just mid when it comes to overall physical ability. You take a look at his relative athletic score, some good areas here. Everything is good to okay, but there's nothing in the elite category other than the weight section there. He is a big boy at 323 pounds. He's coming in here to be a depth tackle behind Dan Moore Jr., Chukwuma Okorafor, Broderick Jones, the guys that could be playing in the starting lineup. Jarrid Williams is coming in here trying to earn himself a final 53-man roster spot as a backup offensive tackle. All right, so before I break down my thoughts on this signing here, go ahead and give me your one-word reaction to the signing of offensive tackle Jarrid Williams. Go ahead, get down there right now. It's going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here, do me a favor, go down to the comment section, find that pinned comment, and answer today's question. For me personally, I feel a little deflated, okay? I was expecting maybe a trade coming, maybe a bigger splash move for an inside linebacker or something of that nature. I thought Omar Khan, especially because he was waiting that last spot, he was saving that one last spot, and all this different cap moves that he's been doing, it just seemed like that he was gearing up for one last splash before the start of training camp, but he just defers here to go with a kind of a depth kind of offensive tackle piece here. Now, you look at what Jarrid Williams is going to be fitting in here. He's going to be mostly a swing tackle and a backup option. Okay, so you got Broderick Jones and Chukwuma Okorafor. Those are your presumptive starters. Dan Moore Jr. is currently trying to overtake either Jones or Okorafor for a starting spot on the offensive line. You signed LaRaven Clark as a swing tackle in NFL free agency, and the Steelers, it seems like they just wanted another body in that room heading into training camp to not overtax some of these other guys on the roster. I mean, tackle was something that was a little bit light on Mike Tomlin's roster here. So adding another tackle is nice in terms of depth, but overall Williams is going to have an uphill battle to make the final 53-man roster. So like I said, guys, I was hoping for a little bit of a bigger move, maybe a trade for Isaiah Simmons or maybe signing Quan Alexander, because they did bring Alexander in a couple weeks ago on a visit, so it seemed like Omar Khan and Mike Tomlin were thinking about adding an inside linebacker there. But, I don't hate the move, I guess. You did need a little bit more depth in that tackle room so you don't overtax Jones and Moore and Okorafor in drills and training camp. Obviously, they're going to get their reps, but you don't want guys to be overtaxed heading into the season. This is going to help that out a little bit. Give Williams some reps against, on like the third preseason game, that sort of stuff. You don't have to play some of those guys you expect to be on the field come regular season game days. This is somebody that you can plug in there. You don't have to worry about him getting hurt in those later preseason matchups, and somebody that's going to keep everybody in that room healthier, which I guess is a good thing. So let me know down in the comments. Grade this signing here of Jarrid Williams for me. Give me an A, a B, a C, a D, or an F down there in the comments. For me, I'm going to give it a C-. Like I said, guys, I'm just a little bit deflated that they didn't go out and do something bigger here, something more splashy, something that would be really, really nice in terms of filling out the rest of the inside linebacker room particularly. I think they really could have added another body in there. But with Mark Robinson doing everything that he's doing in OTAs, apparently he's doing a great job. It seems like Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan, they're kind of shifting away from the inside linebackers. They're saying, we're good with Cole Holcomb and Landon Roberts and Mark Robinson for now. Now we're going to ride with this offensive tackle to kind of keep everybody else healthier along the offensive line. So I don't hate the move, but, because I got my expectations a little high here, it's definitely going to be a lower grade for me, so I'm going to give it a C-. Now, after this move, some people are speculating, well, what if they cut Chukwuma Okorafor? They're bringing in another tackle. Here's the thing, guys. Chukwuma Okorafor is not getting cut. They kind of restructured his deal this year, so it really does make it tough for the Steelers to cut him because, plain simply, last year, he was just not very good. He was okay in certain areas. He had stretches, but overall Pro Football Focus had him as the lowest graded Steelers offensive lineman last year. So I understand why people might say, let's cut him and save some money in NFL free agency here and increase our cap number moving forward. But here's the thing. Because you restructured his contract this offseason, a lot of people don't know that the Steelers did this. Before, you could have saved over $10 million post June 1st. But the way that they've restructured it now, if you cut him, you only save $6 million and you're on the hook for over $7 million. That's not something I'm willing to do at this point. This is simply a depth signing, like I've been saying all video. Jarrid Williams is going to be somebody that comes in, he's going to compete, but he's got an uphill battle. The reason why he is going to be in camp is to eat some of those reps in those later preseason games. And Mike Tomlin's always going to give people the opportunity to have success and compete for a roster spot. It's just going to be a really uphill battle because you got Broderick Jones, you got Chukwuma Okorafor, you got Dan Moore Jr., and out of those three guys, you're pretty well set. And then you also have LaRaven Clark, who you're pretty sure is going to make the team as well. So Jarrid Williams definitely needs to beat out LaRaven Clark to fill that fourth tackle spot on this roster. And, LaRaven is somebody that's done this in the league for a while. He's a pretty darn good player. He's played on both sides of the ball, or both sides of the line, I should say. And, Jarrid Williams is somebody that struggled against, backups last year in the preseason. Is he really going to be able to come in and make the final 53? I certainly have my doubts, but I certainly understand why Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan made this kind of move to bring in a depth piece to limit the reps, limit all these different things so you make sure that you have your starting guys available week one when you play the San Francisco 49ers at Acrisure Stadium, because as Mike Tomlin has stressed all the way through this offseason, you need to have all of your guys healthy. The Steelers were very lucky in that regard last year, but you never know in the NFL. These guys get hurt. You want to have contingency plans. You want to have as many of these guys healthy and ready to go as possible. That's what this move is for. So let me know down in the comments, which player would you have liked to see Omar Khan bring in? Who was that guy? Was it DeAndre Hopkins? Was it Isaiah Simmons? Who were you hoping that Omar Khan was going to make that final splash signing with? Let me know down in the comment section. Can't wait to see some of the names you guys have. That's going to be it for today's breaking news action here on Steelers Talk. For more breaking news videos, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications and select all so you always know when we have breaking news videos here on the channel.